Okay, so June 24th, this is our update on stocks. So I did a video at this point maybe a month ago, and we're actually seeing some pretty bullish action. We'll start with KWEB, so that's KWEB, and we'll start with the monthly chart. That's the most consequential. You can see we've had so we had the top February 2021. That's when tech stocks in general sort of topped out, or I should say, really speculative stocks. So like SPACs and things like that topped out, and this thing just slid lower. We had a big down month, March of this year, March 2022. And since then, we've just been consolidating inside that range. We are actually still inside that range, right? We need to actually break above, what is that? So 3462. We're at 3341. So we're pretty close, right? So we need to break above that level and then next you kind of expect some resistance around that. Call it the 40-ish area, like right around anywhere between 39 and 40. But that's what you would because if you were going to get a rally from here, right, you have to kind of imagine what that would look like, right? So that would be something like this, maybe, right? That, then you get a pullback, that, and a pullback, that, pullback, like it's not going to go up in a straight line, right? So you have to kind of think about what are the and this is just for illustrative purposes for sure, but like think about how we're gonna. I mean, in an ideal world, it's more of a V like that. That could be awesome, but you now have some pretty clear levels, and let's just be really clear. This is your big major low. You have this huge wick, all this area here. So within here, you basically have a new price discovery almost. And so we've now made a new high. I'll zoom in above this high here. So this high was at 2967. So that gives you a sense of, I mean, we're obviously well above that. And so once we got above that, that gave us a higher high on the monthly level. And now that next level, again, as I mentioned before, is that 2030. So it's 3276 approximately. Oh, right, we're already above that. Right, it's actually, sorry, 3462, right, that level. So we'll see if we get there. Probably get a pretty strong reaction to that level once we get up there. And it's really very similar charts for all of them. So like BABA on the monthly level, again, same kind of idea. Monthly swing low in this case above, what is that? 102.69, right? So we're like well above that right now. And we obviously have a few days left for the month to close. And so you'd want to see follow through going into that next month. FXI, which is a broader index, really looks like the same pattern as KWEB. And again, these are monthly charts to give a sense of the longer time frame trend, right? Because these things have been declining since February of last year, right? So, almost 18 months. And so you want to focus on the monthly charts. And I'll zoom into some of the daily charts to show how you sort of triangulate. PDD, Pindodo, that's looking really strong here. This thing was at over 200. It's still down here at 66. So massive upside opportunity. And let's just see, what is the market cap? That's really important to understand that kind of context. Wow, only 80 billion. That's interesting. I mean, this is the kind of thing that could easily be a $1 trillion company in 10 years. So that's like, 12x return from here. Interesting. Very interesting. So you can see HSI, let's see how that's looking. That's a Hang Seng index. Right. So all the same kind of pattern. This is actually a little bit weaker. So HSI is actually much weaker. We're getting a big pullback here on this monthly chart. You can see, right, so at some point I had drawn this pattern here. So we got like that. So this is like a false breakdown. And so you'd expect maybe we even rebound all the way up to here, like that 25,000 level. We could get all the way up to there and still make a lower high, and it still might be bearish. Who knows? But you have enough to maybe start to take a chance on a. Let's use Pindodo for an example. So we'll zoom in on the daily chart. So you can see this low on the daily level is really holding up. We came up here, consolidated all up here, made this low, cleared this out. So you could call this probably your last daily cycle low. And now we've been rallying. So I guess in that sense, we could expect to get our daily cycle high soon, like just on a really tactical kind of day-to-day level. But this is clearly trying to make a move to 109, which is really interesting. I think the risk reward here is not bad. Not bad at all.